Blessed be all of my Aries people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly old school astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. And remember, when you're getting reading from me, you're only getting a reading from me. Nobody else. No outsourcing, no hotline, none of that stuff. So what's going on with your astrology for this week? This week is kind of strong as a start and a finish at the same time. Saturn is newly arrived in your sign, and we also have a very powerful new moon in Gemini on the 26th, followed up on the 29th with the Sun conjunct Mercury there as well, creating a very powerful interplay between your sign, your first house, and your third house of community, friends that are maybe more like collaborators, helpful allies, as well as communications, pacts, promises, and commitments. And this is a time where a lot of you are going to be seeing something change or start to shift about a road that you have been committed to, as another road is going to be getting opened up, likely because of some kind of helpful third-party collaborator or somebody in your network opening an important door for you. This could be something that is not only a special new beginning, fresh start, and commitment, but also something that speeds up progress in your life from sluggish to speedy. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aries, so here is your traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus for this week, you've got the Three of Wands upright. So the Three of Wands is the card of action, it is the card of launches, it is the card of accelerated initiations. And so over the course of this week, you really want to be paying attention to where openings, to where important conversations, suggestions, proposals, offers, or even messages are coming through that you don't want to miss out on. A lot of the times with the Three of Wands, we are getting a cue to respond to what our environment is providing for us, right? Our ships coming in. But you are going to need to make sure that you are also engaged and prompt. Otherwise, we could be missing out on some things that we would regret missing out on later. For your material circumstances, work, job, and finances, you've got the Devil reversed. The Devil reversed is an example of a reversed card you do want to get. You don't want this one upright. And with the Devil reversed, you're going to find that there is going to be some problem area, or maybe problem person or problem condition disappearing around a financial or professional matter. Now, with the Devil card reversed, we see something that has been an adverse influence, whether we knew it or not, either getting revealed and removed, or just simply disappearing, and things kind of automatically following suit as they go through their improvements. Whatever this blockage or this issue was, or this condition or this person was, again, backing off this week. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Lovers reversed, and there could be something coming up where it's possible an issue by association could be risking some trouble for you. A lot of the times with the Lovers card reversed, we see bad partnerships, bad teamwork, bad groups, or maybe even bad contracts and bad commitments. But because this is happening in your community, I feel like this could be something that is not directly entangled to you, but it's kind of like, again, 1 degree over. So it's kind of like so-and-so's boyfriend, so-and-so's girlfriend, so-and-so's roommate, so-and-so's business partner, so-and-so's sister or brother or whatever. And there could be some issues around, again, an entanglement that somebody else has that probably we need to be ready to put some new boundaries up and around. For your challenge this week, you've got the Six of Wands upright. Now, the Six of Wands as a challenge is always very interesting because it does ask us to be ready to go our own way. Because the Six of Wands is all about victory, it's all about acclaim, good fortune, celebration. But as a challenge, it can ask us to retract some of the things that we are maybe rooting ourselves in, or retract some of the things that we are maybe investing, giving, or devoting time and energy to, and go our own way with them. Sometimes this card can show up where a lot of you are getting a chance to do something good for yourselves or raise yourself up in the world, but you are challenged to make sure that you can you know where to pull out from in order to do that. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse is just giving us a heads up. That's all the 10 of Pentacles reverse really ever does. And this could be a very neutral kind of thing. And some of you might even find this is good if this is something you're looking forward to. The 10 of Pentacles reverse is indicating that there is going to be news of something that's going to be drawing to a close in order to facilitate a bigger transition down the road. We're not really doing anything about it this week, but with the 10 of Pentacles reverse, we can kind of see, okay, maybe we hear about a partner or a love interest thinking about, changing jobs, or if you're not cohabitating, maybe there's news of a move going on. Maybe if you are cohabitating or you want to cohabitate, there's talks about plans for a move or something like that going on down the road. But we're also seeing some environmental shifts that we are getting ready to kind of unpack and adjust through, or pack up and adjust from, as we go through this week. Whatever the case is, it's all about getting ready for a bigger transition soon to come. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Taurus people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly old school astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So this week is really, really strong for a number of reasons, because we've got Saturn, of course, newly arrived in Aries at the beginning, which is your 12th house of the past, old business, secrets, and anything to do with your history. But we also have a new moon in Gemini on the 26th, followed up a few days after by the Sun conjunct Mercury in that part of your chart as well. And so there seems to be some kind of brand new beginning, fresh start, or commitment relating to work, job, finances, employment opportunities, or maybe some kind of powerful shift that sets itself up to accelerate down the road that is also going to be prompting you to be ready to leave behind some kind of old financial professional or maybe even, just historical business that maybe either you have been looking to wrap up or you need to wrap up in order to capitalize on an opportunity that's going to be bringing more money your way a lot more quickly and help speed up progress through your career. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. It's pretty ship-shape and pretty straightforward this week. Let's move on and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Taurus, here's your traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the 9 of Swords upright. Now, this week could be a bit tough because the 9 of Swords as a spiritual theme always focuses on putting us in positions where we have to face certain fears, certain insecurities, or certain hangups in order to actually transcend them and also to progress with certain plans or certain ideals that we have. For instance, if you are somebody who doesn't do well under pressure, you don't like to be, you're not a good test taker or public speaker, the 9 of Swords can be like, hey, there's an opportunity for a promotion, but you got to do that stuff. That's the kind of vibe for your week. But with the 9 of Swords, it's really important to pay attention to where this is pushing for a focus on advancement and alleviation at the same time. But in this position, we could be in a lot of spaces where we have to also own, where we've got to face or do things that we've actually avoided facing or doing, even if it's for everyone's own good. For your work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Justice card upright. And the Justice card is all about some kind of brand new commitment solidifying in a way that's really good for you. This could actually be a week where we are locking in some kind of new long-term path, new long-term road, or something clicking that is kind of opening up a new door for you. Now, this could be something that is emerging this week, or this is something that is evolving out of maybe something you've been working on or engaging with tentatively in recent history. But with the Justice card, what's happening here is we also have some kind of yes answer, some kind of affirmative, something that is also getting the go ahead that's going to be really good for you, either financially or professionally. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Page of Cups, and it's reversed. So the Page of Cups in reverse is indicating this week you've got to be careful about pressure from people to do things or to carry on things or continue things that you don't want to carry on. A lot of the times with the Page of Cups reversed, we see issues of a guilty conscience, bribery, a lot of fawning, a lot of, again, peer pressure kind of behavior. This is the card of negative affirmation or negative affirmatives, right? People giving us rewards for doing things we don't want to do to try and keep us doing things we don't want to do or the way we don't want to do them or things we don't want to do anymore. Be careful this week. You might get put under that kind of pressure through a friend or a relative or something like that, and it's okay to say no. For your challenge this week, you've got the Eight of Pentacles upright. The Eight of Pentacles upright is always about upgrades, updates, improvements, and trading up in the world. And so when this card shows up as a challenge, a lot of you Taurus people need to be ready to trade up, whatever it is you are trading up with, whether it's projects, jobs, how you're spending your time, what's going on with certain investments of your money or your resources. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it's all about you getting a chance to kind of grow up and out of a lot of things that maybe you are done polishing, that you don't know you're done polishing, or things that maybe are just kind of, they've reached the limit of what they're going to become or be for you. So know when to trade up when the opportunities arise. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Page of Swords upright. The Page of Swords is indicating some kind of very interesting message, conversation, or discovery going on this week where you and a partner or maybe somebody new or new-ish are getting a chance to kind of take a shortcut to something that we would have liked to do or that we've been trying to do, but maybe we've been going about it the long way or going about it the wrong way. This can also be a very good card for solving any kind of puzzles where we have incomplete answers. And if those of you are, for those of you who are single or are not talking to anybody right now, the Page of Swords upright can indicate possibly a bit of a 20 questions kind of experience when it comes to a new relationship opportunity if you'll have the conversation. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all my Gemini people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly old school astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, we have a very strong week and a very straightforward week at that. We have Saturn, of course, recently arrived in Aries, your 11th house of friendships, community, and your support system. And this week, we also have a new moon in your sign, followed up a few days later with the Sun conjunct Mercury in your sign as well. And this is creating a powerful interplay between Saturn and these celestial events. And what's happening is that there is likely going to be some kind of new beginning, fresh start, or commitment around a personal goal, personal aspiration, or personal dream that you have had to kind of set aside or table for a while because of something else going on in your environment. And this might be something that is either getting prompted through the help of a friend or the transformation of something going on in a social, business, or personal environment. But something that you have been, maybe forced to pause or slow down or maybe even adjust the pace for because of what's going on around you is about to move from sluggish to speedy, whether others may be ready for it or not. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope that that satisfies you as far as astrology is concerned. I told you it was going to be a little bit more straightforward this week. That's just what's going on. If I could move the planets, believe me, you'd know. But let's go on and see what's happening with the tarot and your traffic. All right, Gemini, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus for this week, you've got the Hierophant reversed. Now, the Hierophant card reversed is kind of the card of throwing all the rules out the window. This is a week where a lot of maybe fixed paths, fixed lanes, rules, edicts, standards, everywhere you go are starting to be in flux. And that can actually be a really good thing because the Hierophant card reverse can be a really good card for updating or transforming things that are performing out of date, on the wrong storyline, or they're for a different date and time, they're on the wrong timeline, or they're just not really rules or standards or protocols that serve. However, with the Hierophant reverse, there's going to be a bit of a learning curve as we go through this week as well, because a lot of commitments, a lot of roads, a lot of roles, a lot of expectations are also in flux. For your material concerns, work, job, and finances, you've got the Emperor upright. And the Emperor is indicating there may actually be some kind of development going on where a person with a certain measure of authority or shared authority in your life is going to be making some kind of important call that is going to, again, be very favorable to you, very beneficial to you, but it is going to alter the trajectory of some kind of work, financial, or maybe practical affair in your life. A lot of the times the Emperor card can sometimes be making a call that is in our favor, but it opens a door we got to walk through. Or it is about maybe a call or a change of pace that is, while good, could be a departure from how you've been running things before. Whatever the case is, whatever the Emperor is doing, it is going to be something that is going to be better for everybody, including yourself, and set you up for, again, a better future. But there could be some stuff in flux, right? Remember that Hierophant reversed. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Four of Wands reversed. And the Four of Wands reversed is indicating that there may be news of something getting built up or something getting started, getting built up around you. This is the card of new construction, new plans, new milestones, and new achievements that are in the beginning stages of development. Now, this could be news that you're getting from a friend or somebody that you know that could be brand new. You might not know about this happening, but it is changing their plans or changing what you've known about their plans to be. Or this could be even something that somebody is getting down to work on with you or for you. Whatever the case is, the Four of Wands reversed is one of those cards that is, again, an example of some cards just stay good even when you reverse them. For your challenge this week, you've got the Ace of Pentacles upright. The Ace of Pentacles is all about new beginnings. It's new starts as well as new commitments that are built to last and gifts that keep on giving. So it's weird to see this card show up as a challenge because how could that be bad? Well, with the Ace of Pentacles upright as a challenge most of the time, I often see this with people I'm giving personal readings to where they don't want to start something new. They keep trying to kind of work with old plans, work with the road they came down to this point, or work on things that are really outdated. And there could be an opportunity or a push this week for you to make a deviation in order to take on some kind of new good plan or new commitment, whether it's something that's been kind of getting teased or waiting in the wings for a while, or it's something that would need some more room to actually be able to become a real commitment in your life. So this is going to be something that does come up this week, and you want to keep an open mind about it and explore it. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Queen of Pentacles upright. The Queen of Pentacles is the card of self-made success, big wins, achievements, but also a transformation to the environment and the atmosphere. And so this week, there could be some really good news about something going on with a partner or a significant other where you are getting a chance to see a new road open up because of something that they have transformed either about themselves, the space, or maybe even a road that they're on outside the relationship, such as their professional life or their work life. The Queen of Pentacles can also indicate some kind of help coming forward from a partner or a significant other around something that you have been managing all on your own. And for those of you who are single or available to new people, the Queen of Pentacles represents a self-made success, somebody who is very hardworking. They take pride in the blood, sweat, and tears they put into their work, and somebody who I think could be also very contributive to some things that maybe you would like to accomplish as well. And that could be somebody who shows up this week. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all my Cancerian people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly old school astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can always go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or just follow the links down below. So what's going on with your astrology and the weather for this week? This week is actually very straightforward, and I've kind of noticed a bit more short and sweet. We've got Saturn, of course, recently moved into Aries, your 10th house of career and upward mobility, status, station, promotions, and raises. But we also have this new moon in Gemini, your 12th house of the past, secrets, hidden opportunities, shortcuts, and your personal history, and the Sun and Mercury conjunct in Gemini as well. And so for a lot of you, there is likely going to be some kind of opportunity for a bit of a refresh or a retry at some kind of old plan, old goal, or old era of your life, especially as it relates to maybe your income, career, or vocational aspirations, something that you could maybe even try to reconnect with or restart, or maybe something that brings some old money or old cash back into your life as we go through the coming weeks. Whatever the case is, though, there is an opportunity to maybe make an important turn or lane change coming up that's going to turn a financial or maybe some kind of old business from a sluggish progression to a speedy one. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Cancer, let's have a look and see what's going on with your traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, you've got the Four of Cups upright. So this week, you want to be very, very careful not to get tunnel vision or start sleepwalking or go on autopilot, because the Four of Cups is indicating a lot of blessings in disguise, hidden opportunities that are going to be more in your peripheral vision. And if you are maybe not opening up and looking outside of just the straight line in front of yourself, you could miss it, and it could be kind of a boring week. A lot of the times, the Four of Cups can also show us where there may be things that come up that we need to pay more attention to that we're not noticing the right way. Things that we maybe have dismissed or overlooked, or they weren't as attention-grabbing as we're used to from other things, and we don't want to run the risk of missing out. For your Earth sector or your work, job, and finances, you've got the Six of Pentacles upright. The Six of Pentacles is all about generosity. It's all about investments and chances being taken on you. And this week you could be benefiting from the generous deeds, actions, or propositions or approaches of other people. The Six of Pentacles can also be one of our cut and dry yes answer cards. So some of you probably will be getting some yes answers from some things that you've been putting out there and getting those responses this week. But the Six of Pentacles is also about gift giving and gift reception. And so there could be some kind of important gift coming your way, either of a financial nature or maybe a professional favor, but something that is going to keep paying as we go past this week as well. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Swords reversed. This week, you might be getting some news about an error, a mistake, or a screw-up that a friend, a contact, a family member, or an associate has made. A lot of the times, the Ace of Swords reversed, we see misapplied information or misapplied power creating problems. Now, sometimes this can show up where a person is not paying attention to details, or they're making knee-jerk reaction choices, you know, the type of personality, or we are seeing somebody that is misinformed and acting on misinformation. But whatever the case is, it's very possible that you might need to be ready to step in and correct the situation or protect something that you've got going on from the situation. For your challenge, you've got the Queen of Cups reversed. Now, the Queen of Cups reversed can indicate a drain. Somebody that may actually be trying to use you, or you have discovered is using you, but from a different stance. A lot of the times with the Queen of Cups reversed, we often see people that are, they know how to come off very frail, and they know how to kind of create a mirror image of what they think people want them to be, and then do that to get what they need, right? They're not really a person, they're just an assemblage of tools and strategies. And with the Queen of Cups reversed, you got to be careful this week not to get sucked into something where you are being manipulated or used by a person like that. Because again, there's a drain you've got to watch out for this week. And for your challenge, you've got the Strength, not your challenge, we said the challenge. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Strength card reversed. Now, the Strength card reversed is indicating there could be something coming up this week where a conflict may break out with a partner or a significant other, or if it's not with them, it could be around a sensitive matter. The Strength card reverse can sometimes show up where something that already has been difficult or unpleasant kind of raises up in its intensity. Now, this could be something that we've already had a hard time seeing eye to eye on, or this could be something that we've not been able to make up our minds about, or even something that we've actively agreed to disagree on, but it is starting to kind of turn up a little high. Be careful not to just kind of let things explode, right? It's not about getting out all your emotions whenever they come up, but also make sure that we know how to have this conflict in a constructive way. For those of you who are single or available to new people, be very careful. The Strength card reverse can sometimes indicate disproportionate connection intensity, right? Things getting too crazy, too intense, too emotional from somebody new or new-ish, or possibly somebody showing up this week. Be smart and grounded when you approach relationships, but also at the same time, look at your rising and your moon sign to see what else is out there. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Leo people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly old school astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what is going on when it comes to your week and the astrology weather? This week is very straightforward and very short and sweet in a lot of ways, just as far as the planets are concerned. I don't want to pull stuff out of my ass, and I'm not going to just kind of make a bunch of drama to make it entertaining. We have got Saturn newly arrived in Aries, your 9th house of expansion, growth, big moves, big travel opportunities, official dealings, anything big city as far as a vibe is concerned. And we also have this new moon in Gemini, your 11th house of friendships, community, and support system, followed up shortly after by the Sun conjunct Mercury in Gemini as well. And it looks to me like there could actually be a lot of really important gears turning for you guys this week and even next week, where you're getting a chance to be lifted out of something ho-hum or have something that you care about start to pick up traction, pick up the pace in terms of its development because of some kind of newfound popularity, newfound friendship, or newfound alliance that is going to help you take something into the big leagues that's very important to you. This could be personal, this could be creative, this could be professional, this could just be business in general, but whatever the case is, be ready. Again, big city is a vibe for you as we close up May and go into June. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Leo, here's your traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Four of Pentacles in reverse is actually a neutral card, neutral to good. And when we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, this is a week where you might be noticing a lot of things that have been blocked up, withheld, stalled, or kept away in terms of locked up or sealed away from you, or holding back or hanging back, are going to start coming forward. With the Four of Pentacles reversed, you may even find that a lot of locked doors you didn't know existed can now be opened. And there could be a lot of things coming forward for you that you didn't know were there, but they were. For your material circumstances, work, job, and finances, you've got the Three of Swords upright. Now, the Three of Swords upright is indicating this week there could be something coming up around a work or financial matter where you are probably going to end up making somebody unhappy. A lot of the times with the Three of Swords in a work area or a financial area, we have a conflict that comes up where we are the ones who inflicts the Three of Swords experience. And there could be something where you have to make a decision that is actually for the greater good, or it's doing the right thing, or it's solving a problem, or averting a crisis, or setting something right that could also be making somebody else not so happy. Usually this can happen in teams. It can even happen in family situations. Financially, I think things are going to be good, but you might have to make some calls that not everyone's going to be too crazed about. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Seven of Swords in reverse. Now, the Seven of Swords in reverse is all about reveals, secrets coming out, things that were once hidden, lost, or even stolen, coming into the light of day, or even coming back to us. It's an example of a good reversed card. And for a lot of you, there could be something getting unburdened this week, or something coming forward from a friend or from an ally, or something coming out that has been, again, being withheld. But I'm also feeling like with the Seven of Swords reversed, there could be something getting set right that has been off balance, out of sync, or maybe working with a few screws loose for a while. Yep. For your challenge this week, you've got the Two of Pentacles upright. Now, the Two of Pentacles is all about busyness, also success, but success that we need to manage intelligently. This can sometimes show up where we need to be careful not to get thrown off by excess busyness. You might be finding that a lot of things are coming up this week that could be throwing off your schedule a little bit, that could maybe also be speaking for your time, that you need to make sure you're not double booking. There could even be some stuff going on with other people that you've got to be careful about that could screw up appointments, or, you know, certain traffic plans, commute plans, move plans, whatever you've got going on. This is going to be a good week, like I said, but it's just everything feels a little bit busy. So we want to make sure that we are giving ourselves enough space and enough buffer room between task and task, space, and commitment, so we can account for any kind of unforeseen extra busyness or extra boosts. And be careful not to overcommit yourself once you start to realize you're hitting your limit. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Justice card upright. And the Justice card is all about locking in some kind of important commitment, or even setting something right that has also been out of balance before. Now, for a lot of you, the Justice card can indicate something coming together that has been tentative, something that has been up in the air, or again, waiting its turn. You might also be finding out about some really good news coming to a partner or your partnership about something that has been up in the air and waiting on a decision or waiting on outside factors in order to maybe finally take another step. But with the Justice card, something golden is getting set in stone. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, this could also indicate a very special connection coming your way or an opportunity for a certain connection that does seem to also be in line with what you could call your future ideals, your future values, or the future road you would like to be on in terms of a relationship, right? And that's important, right? We want to make sure that we could connect with somebody who has the same timeline in mind as we do. So really good stuff on the love front there. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Selena, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Virgo people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly old school astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what is going on when it comes to your week, astrologically speaking? Well, this week, we've got kind of very straightforward, short and sweet kind of setup in the planets. Saturn is newly arrived in Aries, which is your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, bonus earnings, as well as anything you share with partners, business partners, or romantic partners. But we also have this very strong new moon in Gemini, your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, promotions, and raises. And we also have the sun conjunct Mercury in Gemini a few later on the 29th. This week is going to feel like a rocket ship for a lot of you Virgo people, especially when it comes to big career developments, giving you a chance to enjoy some better business or go where the bigger business is. Some of you may be finding that this is opening up new job opportunities over the course of the next couple of weeks, or even new roles or promotions that could lift you up in the world, especially where it could be helping you maybe score some bonus capital that's a little outside of what you're used to getting. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Virgo, here's your traffic. And so this week for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the 9 of Wands reversed. And this is a very interesting card because sometimes they'll show up in a good position, sometimes they'll show up in a not so good position. In this case, it's a good position where we have barricades, blocks, and walls coming down that have been getting in your way. Now, with the 9 of Wands reversed, sometimes, like I said, we want to make sure our walls are good for us, but also at the same time, it's nice to see other things start to come down if they have been holding up traffic. With the 9 of Wands reversed, you might be finding out a lot of things that maybe you've not had access to that could be good for you. But at the same time, because of those walls or because of those doors, we've not been able to do that. Or it could even be that a lot of things that have been maybe kept in a slow or stalled or wait and see place are finally starting to get on the roll as well. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, practical affairs, you've got the King of Cups upright. Beautiful news as far as work and money is concerned, because the King of Cups is always solid good fortune coming from probably a solid guy or solid ally, solid friend, or whether we know them or they're new. The King of Cups is all about somebody giving us pretty much the opportunity to take a very, very big step that we're not normally able to do all by ourselves. The King of Cups can be a very generous helper, a big boost in business, or maybe even somebody who has the power, the clout, or the connections to pull something off for us and going above and beyond the call of duty for us. But whatever is happening here, financially and professionally, it's going to be taking very good care of you. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the High Priestess upright. Now, the High Priestess is indicating there may be somebody also showing up here to give you some kind of help. The High Priestess can often show up where somebody that has an important link, go-between, or an important hookup, or a way to kind of match or refer us to where we need to go, or help us find something we can't find, is going to be going out of their way to make sure they know we know what we want, but also help us get it. With the High Priestess, this could be somebody that is taking you by the hand, or somebody who's simply drawing you a map. But whatever the case is, pay attention to what they got to say. For your challenge this week, you've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Be careful about losing energy to people and to situations that aren't pulling their weight. A lot of the times the Ace of Wands reversed, we can see a loss of energy, a loss of currency, a loss of time because of people or again, conditions that are just kind of getting carried by us but not contributing, or maybe even becoming a bit of a power sink in some way. With the Ace of Wands reversed, we want to get away from those kinds of things and start investing ourselves in what actually matches what we're putting out there in a true way, versus maybe something that's just there for the energy or whatever we are providing in the first place. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Three of Wands upright. And the Three of Wands is all about some kind of important decision, launch, or new story unfolding. And this could be something that you and a partner are finally enacting after maybe taking some time planning. This could be something that you and a partner have been looking around to see what we want to do, or maybe finally getting some kind of project or big venture off the ground. With the Three of Wands, all the pieces needed are there now. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, it looks like with the Three of Wands, a lot of you are going to be getting the happy chance to maybe bridge some kind of connection that could be in the beginning a little bit further away than you'd like it to be. But again, draw that closer, whether this is somebody new or newish. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Libra people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 26th, 2025. Remember, on my channel, we keep it old school, which means pre-2015 tarot and astrology, if you know what I mean. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 26th, we've got a new moon in Gemini, which is your 9th house of expansion, big moves, big travel opportunities, growth, prominence, and any kind of official dealings, including government and legal proceedings. And we also recently had Saturn enter your 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections, Aries. And we also have the Sun conjunct Mercury in Gemini in that 9th house as well on the 29th. Now, this is a very straightforward week with a very strong interplay between these celestial bodies as they do their thing. And a lot of you are going to be finding that this week and next week are setting you up with a very important alliance, collaboration, or joining of forces that is actually going to help you push out of some kind of stuck or trapped condition in your life. Whether this is something to do with your business life, your work life, this could be your personal life, or this could be something that you are trying to maybe push to success around a personal project or goal. Just pay attention to where now is time for you to be, again, combining forces and joining forces with people that are there to hook you up. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Libra, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus for this week, you've got the 10 of Wands upright. So this week is likely going to be very hectic and yet at the same time, very much a week of tremendous progress. The 10 of Wands is the card of success, but the card of success that's also very demanding at the same time. And so you may be noticing a lot of things in your life starting to pick up serious headway. a lot of big moves, big projects, big procedures, conversations, all getting on a roll. However, with the Ten of Wands, there are only so many hours in the day, and you've got to be careful not to overpile. But don't go in the opposite direction either. Don't be one of those people that's constantly, looking for the easy way out in the break. Just keep the balance, because you're going to be getting a lot of big wins this week, but these wins will take up space. For your material circumstances, work, job, and finances, you've got the Death card reversed. Now, the Death card reversed is indicating this week there could be something going on where maybe some kind of old, unfinished business or something that's not changing over, something that's not flipping is creating a bit of an issue, or there could be something coming up this week where you have to kind of go back into the past as far as a work or financial matter is concerned. Sometimes the Death card reverse can be frustrating, especially if we're kind of getting dragged back into old business or stuff that we wanted to be done with or moved on from, not have to deal with certain people or coworkers or clients or subjects anymore. But this can still be a good card depending on, what comes up, because sometimes good stuff comes back from the past too. For your community with friends and relatives and other people in your life, you have the Queen of Pentacles upright. And so this week there could be some really important good news or some kind of gift coming your way from somebody who is kind of recruiting themselves, so to speak, to be of service to you. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of the ace in the hole kind of card. This is the friend or the ally, new or known, that wants to take you under their wing, wants to protect you, but also hook you up. One of the things about the Queen of Pentacles that can also be really good is that somebody might actually be accomplishing something or offering to take something off of your hands to accomplish it for you. Whatever the case is, it is a nice win, and it could be helping you to see through something that you've been having a hard time seeing through yourself. For your challenge this week, you've got the Six of Cups reversed, clearing out the past, old stuff. Again, we kind of saw a little bit of that with this Death card reversed. I feel like this week could be throwing you a lot of situations or a lot of people or a lot of personality types that constantly try to drag or go into or process or rehash or restart past issues. And this is going to be a week where you really want to focus on, no, fuck that, and focus on actual progress and productivity. This can be a challenge if you're dealing with people who are not there mentally, or professionally, or whatever is going on. And with the Six of Cups reversed, getting a clean slate with your life is on the table with a couple of things that maybe have been overdue for a turnover, but you might encounter resistance environmentally or socially. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Seven of Pentacles upright. The Seven of Pentacles is all about some kind of plan getting set in motion that is going to likely be pretty solid, but not something that we can really do a whole lot with right now. A lot of the times the Seven of Pentacles is kind of like setting the reservation. It's, we're not at the restaurant, but at the same time, we know we're going. And this could be something coming up with a plan for you and a partner or a significant other, maybe an exchange of numbers or the setting of an important date with somebody new or new-ish. But whatever is happening with the Seven of Pentacles, we are kind of setting a very strong lock in on a good, strong timeline or some kind of special date or occasion for the future. And this might be something that develops kind of naturally, or it might be something that's just finally ready to move forward. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Scorpio people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly old school astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to the astrology for this week? This week is very straightforward, very short and sweet for everybody. Of course, we have Saturn recently moved into Aries, your 6th house of work, reputation, your schedule, and anything to do with the teams that you're on, the teams you work with, as well as the people that you serve. So going into your community, even client and customer base, things like that. And we also have a new moon in Gemini, your 8th house of shared resources and bonus capital. And we also have the Sun conjunct Mercury in Gemini, your zone of shared resources and bonus capital. And this is going to be a week where a lot of you are noticing some powerful opportunities to change not only your workload, but also change the way your income flows and where it's coming from. This could be a great time, not just now, but even the week after, the first week of June, for a lot of you to be scoring some extra cash, things that maybe you did not expect to have come in. But you also might be noticing a transformation in the quality of work that you do or the quality of people that you're doing it for, whether it is your coworkers, your bosses, or even your clients and customers. This is great for new job opportunities. This is great for getting yourself on the schedule, the shift, or the benefits package that you want. Now is the time to get on the best road. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Scorpio, here's your tarot traffic. So for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the 8 of Wands upright. This week is likely going to be one that could catch you off guard in terms of fast developments, fast plan changes, or big left turns. But I want you to pay attention to what is going on with a lot of maybe irons you've got in the fire right now. Because the 8 of Wands is all about accelerated development, but sometimes the call for some important direction shifts. Now, it could be that a lot of things that you're trying to get going are going to work, but they have to work under different conditions, whether these are plans you've made for this week or even for the rest of the year. So just be ready to be flexible, be adaptable, be resilient, because with the 8 of Wands, it may be that better roads are opening for you this week than the roads you've already kind of got yourself set for. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, you've got the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups is reversed. Now, this is not actually a bad reversed card. This is just a card that's indicating that there may be news of some kind of wish or desire, something that you've put out there, something that you're hoping to grow, or maybe you've asked for, that is going to get a yes answer, but it is probably going to be incomplete in some way, whether this is a financial matter, a professional matter, or a household matter. A lot of the times the 9 of Cups reversed, we see something that we still need to tweak, we still need to polish, we still need to set right. Even though all the pieces are there, it just might not necessarily be assembled the right way. This could be also a time where maybe an incomplete wish is granted, but you still get some gratification out of it, financially or professionally. But it's definitely, there's a sense of needing to, again, build on what you get if you want to see, again, if you want to get the full reward or the full win for whatever this is. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the 10 of Swords reversed. And so again, we've got another card that's reversed that's really not all that bad. In fact, the 10 of Swords reversed is all about escapes. It's about dodging a bullet. It's about getting out of dodge. It's about getting away from something that's already creating a problem or was threatening to create a problem. Now, for a lot of you, the 10 of Swords reversed could possibly show up in the form of a friend or an ally bailing you out of something or helping you to bail out of something, or maybe a development around a family group or community affair is going to give you the opportunity to sidestep some kind of future trouble that you were not really interested in. Whether it's getting you off the hook for it, or it's taking care of itself, or it's, swapping around whatever is in that picture. Again, we get a chance to dodge a bullet this week. For your challenge, you've got the Tower reversed. Now, the Tower reversed can often indicate an issue of a major transition or direction-changing event going on, but it's not happening to us, but it's happening around us. This can sometimes show up in the form of like big news or a big transition or a big event, but it's happening, again, down the street or in another household or on the other side of the office, that kind of thing. And sometimes this card, the big challenge is paying attention to where you don't want to go running into the fray. You don't want to immediately jump into the situation, whatever it is. It may be that you are called upon to adjust a few things in the aftermath or to prepare for what happens after this occurs. But I feel like a lot of you are going to be more like on standby this week with regards to something that could be, going on outside of your immediate circle. Whether, again, it's maybe somebody is having trouble at work, or they're getting fired or quitting, or there's a breakup or a divorce in the friendship circle, or, all kinds of things can kind of come up around that Tower reverse kind of vibe. So just keep in mind, again, you're not supposed to go running into it right away, but you might need to be ready to be there for the aftermath. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Five of Cups upright. And the Five of Cups upright is indicating this week there could be something coming up with a partner or a significant other where an old hurt from the past or an old issue from the past or something bad that happened once upon a time could still be affecting them negatively in the present. And we might actually be finding out a little bit more about that story, what was going on. You may know about it, or it might even be something that we thought was kind of taken care of. A lot of the times with the Five of Cups, it's about something finally getting ready to move on from the bad situation, but that partner may need some assistance with moving on from it. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, you might be meeting somebody this week that is also in the process of this kind of moving on from whatever it was. So keep in mind that this might be a time to take some baby steps and don't rush in headlong and trauma bond like a nut job. Take your time and enjoy, again, the fact that you are going to, I think, get to bond a little bit, but might need a little bit more of a baby step approach. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all my Sagittarius people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly old school astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in that down bar below. So what's going on with your astrology and your weather for the week? Well, this week we've got some very interesting combos in the air, but it's making for a very straightforward and very short and sweet kind of astrology read anyway. Saturn is newly arrived in Aries, your fifth house of love and romance, but also artistic and creative endeavors. And we also have a new moon in Gemini on the 26th, your seventh house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections. And we have the Sun conjunct Mercury there as well on the 29th. And so this is a very powerful week, well, 2 weeks actually, it's going to last about 2 weeks in its influence when it comes to partnerships, romantic partnerships, as well as any kind of working partnerships, business alliances, and close friendships. Because we have this interplay between Saturn, the new moon, and Mercury all at once, what we can often see is something going on where we are getting a chance to either connect with or find the ideal maybe partner, ally, or romantic opportunity for a path we wish to take. Or if we already have that, see some kind of door open up for an important level up in one of these connections, maybe more than one of these kinds of connections, and take us onto a higher path than the one we've tread to this point. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, here's your tarot traffic, Sagittarius. So it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus for this week, you've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse is a good reverse card, right? Never be a black and white thinker with tarot. It's unfit for tarot. You've got to hear the whole message and be present for the whole message. The Five of Pentacles reversed is all about voids getting filled. Help, assistance, backup, as well as even recuperations and recoveries from things that could have been losses, disappointments, or misgivings in the past. And throughout the course of this week, you're going to be noticing a lot of a repair job kind of vibe going on in your world, especially if you have been kind of dealing with things that maybe have left a bad mark in recent history, or have been having to go without. However, going without might apply to your story. For your material circumstances, work, job, and finances, you do have the Three of Swords upright. Now, the Three of Swords is indicating that this week there could be something that comes up where you have to make an important decision professionally or financially that does put you in a position to potentially be seen as the bad guy. This can sometimes show up where we have to make a call that is for the greater good, that ticks another person off. We have to disappoint somebody, we have to renegotiate something, or even go back on something that we said we once wanted to do, or we have to go back on something that we thought would be good, but it turns out it's not. With the Three of Swords, yes, it can feel like we're caught between a rock and a hard place, but with that Five of Pentacles reversed right next door, I think you're going to have a good week, but you might be the reason somebody else doesn't have a good week. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Strength card upright. And the Strength card upright is indicating that this week there could be some very good news about something getting bolstered or made stronger or made more effective that you are working with or working on. The Strength card is the card of amplification and augmentation. And so if there's a project or maybe even a friendship, a connection, a relationship that has been kind of losing energy, losing steam, losing strength, the Strength card is exactly what the doctor ordered. This could also indicate something coming where an important gift or maybe even an important power move from a friend sets you on some kind of better course in a corner of your life where you've been kind of stopped up. Your challenge this week is the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now, the Nine of Wands in reverse is indicating this week there could be some things you got to be careful about with being too open, too vulnerable, or not really hemming your fences properly. The Nine of Wands reverse can indicate a lack of boundaries, a lack of care, or a lack of protection where we need it most. And you might need to take some time to look and see, where is it I'm letting it all hang out? Where is it I'm kind of maybe leaving certain things open to the elements or certain things open to bad aims or to bad actors? Sometimes this can show up where we are seeing where a weakness is, where a hole in a fence, so to speak, is. But your challenge is to, of course, do something about it. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the King of Cups upright. And this week, it looks like there could be some really sweet, very generous, very kind actions coming in partnerships, because partners seem to be really sticking their necks out for you. A lot of the times, the King of Cups, we have proof of care, proof of investment, proof of love, and proof of investment in one's success and future from another person. Now, for a lot of you, this could be a week where a partner or a significant other actually devotes or dedicates something that they can do within their reach, within their power and resources for you, but also as a way to kind of bridge the relationship a little bit more closely. And for those of you who are single or available to new people, you might be meeting somebody who's wearing their heart on their sleeve in this way. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all my Capricorn people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And remember, when it comes to anything Son of Selene, we keep it old school here, which means pre-2015 astrology and tarot, if you know what I mean. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week. Well, this week we've got a very interesting interplay going on in the skies, making for a very short and sweet, but very straightforward as well astrology read. Now, Saturn has recently moved into Aries, your fourth house of home, family, living situation, as well as anything relating to your home economy. And we also have this very strong new moon in Gemini on the 26th connecting with him, which is lighting up your sixth house of work, your reputation, schedule, the people that you serve, and the populations that you serve and serve with. And then we also have the Sun and Mercury coming together in Gemini as well. So this is a time where you're going to be noticing some powerful shifts around your home economy because of a transformation going on with regards to work in general, whether it's your work or your income or a partner's work or a partner's income or family income. And this is a trend that's not just for this week, but we have opportunities and new commitments being put on the table for you guys to grasp in order to be able to cement that commitment and make it start to pay out as we go through June. But you definitely want to be active and engaging this. Don't wait for it to knock down your door and drag you out of your space for it. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Capricorn, here's that traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, this week you've got the Fool upright. Very on point and very much in line with our new moon energy in Gemini there, because the Fool is all about fresh starts, new beginnings, and new commitments. But for you, it's very possible you might be noticing the lay of the land that you're working with go through a bit of a shift, or a lot of new roads that are opening up for you this week that you want to make sure that you're getting ready to explore. Now, with the Fool card, we've got to be, of course, keeping an open mind and maybe being a little bit less possessive with old plans, old ideas, and old patterns, because the Fool card can take us into unknown territory, but also to pretty good prizes and pretty good wins as well. For your material circumstances, work, job, and finances, you've got the Lovers in reverse. Now, the Lovers in reverse is indicating this week there could be a reveal or the appearance or maybe the emergence of some kind of bad deal, bad contract, bad connection, or bad commitment that we need to either reject if it's something new or tear up if it's something old. A lot of the times the Lovers card reversed, we can see a situation where binding agreements or combining of forces or tied up responsibilities are working against the people involved and are not taking good care of anybody. This could be something old that we get a chance to take care of this week, or again, if it's something new, just let it pass you by. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Page of Cups in reverse. Now, the Page of Cups in reverse is indicating this week you're going to have to be careful. This is the card of what I would call detrimental reward systems or detrimental affirmation. There may be something coming up here where bribery, peer pressure, or some kind of reward incentive to either start doing or keep doing something that's not good for you is going to be coming on pretty strong. A lot of the times what we see with the Page of Cups reversed is people trying to win us over or control us by really laying on the syrup thick. And you want to be careful not to get stuck in any kind of situation like that, and not to stay stuck in a situation like that either. Your challenge this week is the Empress upright. Now, the Empress is actually a really good card. So we don't really have any big overarching challenges that are going to be like on a day-to-day basis. The Empress, however, is the card that does indicate that a lot of this week is going to be, again, changing your environment and the lay of the land for you in a good way. When the Empress shows up as a challenge, we're still like doing really, really well for ourselves. We're getting great opportunities. We're making more money. The world's a lot brighter, a lot more generous, a lot more kind. But it is taking us out of our element to a certain degree. You know, again, kind of like getting a chance to try things on for size on the nicer side of the tracks or a nicer corner of town. And with the Empress, there can be a learning curve. But again, people are going out of their way to help you. People are going out of their way to lift you up. And your world itself is becoming a lot more accommodating to more good fortune. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Six of Pentacles in reverse is indicating something might get discontinued, shut down, canceled, or cut off this week. Now, that could be something that you are doing or a partner is doing, or maybe something that you guys are doing as an agreement together. We might be going no contact with a certain person, taking space from another household, another couple, or a family, or maybe even making some kind of important shift out when it comes to a financial matter. Whatever the case is, the Six of Pentacles reverse says it is necessary, though it could be difficult to do when it comes to the doing part. On the single Capricorn front, the Six of Pentacles reverse is indicating this week it's very possible you'll have more than one option show up at a time. So you want to make sure that you're being smart about being slow, careful, and discerning. Because not everybody, of course, is going to be the right match. And the Six of Pentacles reverse is indicating we might need to be ready to shut a door as quickly as it opened. But again, you will have options. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Selene. And should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Aquarius people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder, this is Son of Selene. We keep it old school here, and that means astrology and tarot pre-2015 era. If you know, you know. So what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrology as it relates to this week, and even technically with this stuff going into early June? Well, we are starting off with a very strong interplay with the new moon in Gemini, which is happening in your 5th house of love and romance, but also creative pursuits and personal business enterprises, and Saturn newly arrived in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, collaborations, and helpful third parties. Now, there is likely going to be some kind of opportunity for a new beginning, fresh start, or new commitment for one of these areas of your life that is actually going to lift up the rest at the same time. Again, I said interplay, didn't I? So a new moon in your 5th house could indicate, yes, a new beginning for a personal business enterprise or creative pursuit, possibly lifted up by a helpful person, an ally or a collaborator, or even somebody new. Or perhaps even a new road in love being opened up, either for you and a significant other to have an adventure on, or perhaps maybe a new road that allows you to connect with a potential new significant other. And the Sun conjunct Mercury in Gemini is only accelerating this story as we go on into June. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aquarius, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. And the Ace of Swords in reverse is actually really good in this position, right? Every position is going to have a different meaning. We can't just kind of go, oh, it's a reverse card, meh. I think all those people know I do not like those personality types and I don't let them near me. But I've been getting a lot of those comments lately. Let me teach you about reverse cards. So reversals in the spiritual theme always gives us a chance to make a fix. And the Ace of Swords reversed is a perfect example of that. Because this is going to be a week where you're getting a chance to reverse, undo, and unmake bad decisions that have already left a bad mark in all kinds of different corners of your world. Now, for a lot of you, this could apply in both respects, whether it's decisions you wish you could take back in reverse, but also the bad decisions or the bad actions of other people that you've had to live with. With the Ace of Swords reversed, that is what this week is all about, and the opportunities to do those reversals will be plentiful. For your Earth sector or your work, job, and finances, you've got the Two of Cups upright. And the Two of Cups is all about a beautiful joining of forces, maybe even a potentially lucrative collaboration or some kind of combined power creating a great new story or a new opportunity for you. Now, for a lot of you, this could show up where we are working more closely with another person or some kind of special deed or special gift or arrival of a friend or an ally, new or known, could be helping us with a financial or professional matter where we could use the extra muscle or use the extra brain power. With the Two of Cups, this could also indicate a very, very sweet week where you're getting a chance to kind of fall back in love with your work routine. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Page of Swords upright. Now, the Page of Swords is indicating some kind of helpful idea, shortcut, or secret passage is going to be getting opened up here. The Page of Swords is all about interviews, talks, investigations, but also important discoveries. And this could be something coming through a friend or a relative or an ally about something that you could be maybe embarking on, or something you have a chance to embark on that could be really new and really good for you, or something that could be tweaking something that you could be doing better or could be performing better for you. For your challenge this week, you've got the Moon upright. And the Moon card upright is all about mysteries, riddles, secrecy, illusions, and veils. And so this week, as a challenge, it's kind of a two-parter. Number one, I definitely think this is a week where you've got to be a lot more careful with what you're putting out there. Don't shout your personal information and what's going on with you from the rooftops everywhere. But also at the same time, really pay attention to where there are certain things where we've only been seeing the one side. Because the Moon can reveal bigger pictures where we didn't know there were bigger pictures that need to be looked at. And there could be some stuff coming up even from the past around certain things not being true, or certain things maybe spun a certain way, or phrased or framed a certain way to convey a certain idea or impression, when that's not really the truth, right? And people can sometimes do that. So a lot of people have a bad habit of just constantly reframing things to things that work for them instead of looking at the truth. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Four of Cups upright. Now, the Four of Cups is indicating this week, if we're not careful, could be a little bit boring on the love front. The Four of Cups is all about no real problems, but no real excitement either. Just kind of ho-hum, kind of going through the motions kind of energy. And for a lot of you, this could be a week where you and a partner might be kind of feeling a little bit adrift. And the Four of Cups is saying that there is something that maybe you could be missing out on that you don't know, that could be a way to kind of light a new spark if you'll have it. The Four of Cups can also indicate possibly you or a partner needing to widen your scope, because there is some kind of blessing in disguise or just not very attention-seeking trying to get your attention. For those of you who are single or available to new people, very much the same message. If we just kind of go through this week in the same way we autopilot every other week, we're going to have a pretty boring week. But with the Four of Cups, if we just kind of maybe expand our periphery a little bit, we might be seeing where something good was hiding in plain sight. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Selena, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Pisces people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 26th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And remember, this is Son of Selene, so we keep it old school when it comes to astrology and tarot. And that means pre-2015 fad era astrology and tarot. If you know, you know. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, this week, we've got a very strong interplay going on between Saturn, newly arrived in Aries, your second house of income, employment, as well as security, and this very nice new moon in Gemini, your fourth house of home, family, home economy, and residential arrangements, as well as the Sun conjunct Mercury later on in the week. And so there is likely going to be some kind of new beginning, fresh start, or new direction coming up that could be very transformative for either your income profile, your household income, or maybe even a personal security setup that you are going to want to be ready to adjust for, because this can sometimes require us to make adjustments to pull up anchors or pull up roots where we may have erroneously planted them too deeply. However, this is likely something that is also going to be transforming something that you wish you could move up faster, even if it's just your acquisition of wealth from sluggish to speedy, if you follow suit as we go through the coming weeks. So that is what I've got for you all as far as your astrology and the weather. Let's talk about your tarot and the traffic. All right, Pisces, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Chariot upright. The Chariot is all about resounding victories, or W after W, as the kids say nowadays. And with the Chariot card, this is going to be a week where you're noticing a pretty radical acceleration in terms of your pace of life. The Chariot is all about getting a chance to rise up, not only in power, but also see an acceleration in terms of progress with projects, plans, work developments, how much money you're making and pulling in. It's all in all a very, very good card. And this is also a really good card if there are things in your life that have kind of stalled out that you'd like to see get on the move. Just again, remember, with the Chariot card upright, it's very possible a lot of you could maybe find yourselves in a situation where you have to work at a pace you're not used to. For your material circumstances, work, job, and finances, you've got the Star reversed. Now, the Star card reversed is indicating that this week there could be a reveal about something that needs to be fixed, amended, or adjusted in order to end some kind of delay, stall, or something that has been maybe even working against what we are trying to accomplish. Because the Star card reversed always indicates delayed gratification, stalled success. It can work itself out, but it's really better to kind of at least take a look and see what could be dimming the light, so to speak. Now, this could be something that we discover about an account, an arrangement, something that we've been putting out there, the way we've been putting it out there, or we may be finding out the answer as to what could be, chasing away good opportunities, chasing away good business, chasing away this or that. And with the Star card reversed, we have a chance to, get into proper alignment with what we want, but it may require us to make an adjustment to the lay of the land. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Emperor upright. And the Emperor is indicating, this week there could be some news about an authority figure or something connected to an important authority in your life making a very important decision that works really well for you. A lot of the times with the Emperor card, we see a situation where somebody is either putting their power behind us to use as we will, or they are using their power to move a mountain for us. For your challenge this week, you've got the Magician upright, which is kind of an interesting challenge because the Magician is the card of somebody going through a rising star treatment, becoming more influential, somebody who's getting everything where they're needed. It's actually a really, really good card. And this can also be a card of a very talented and helpful ally. However, when it comes up as a challenge, what often happens is that you are going to probably go through something this week where you realize that in order to accomplish something that you want to accomplish, you might have to adopt or accept a strategy or a method for success that could be counter to something that has been a part of your norm. Or perhaps a helper or a friend or an ally could help you, but you know what could be going on if they're allowed to do things their way. With the Magician card, you're challenged to actually let them do things their way, even if it, feels like it is kind of counter to a lot of other setups and norms in your life, because everything here seems to be all about you clearing away what's inimical to your success. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ace of Pentacles upright. So this week, there could also be some kind of very important plan, or commitment or deal getting set in stone. And something that could also be a very important turn point in a connection or a relationship future. A lot of the times with the Ace of Pentacles, we see something that probably comes about because of some kind of practical change as well, whether this is new money or a new job opportunity for you or a partner, or maybe some money coming in or some kind of new success happening with something that we're involved in, making something else possible and, of course, all the more easy to realize. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Ace of Pentacles is indicating a slow but strong start with somebody new or new-ish, especially when it comes to getting something secure and something that is going to continue to grow and evolve at a good steady pace over time if you want it. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope that you found this helpful. And if you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.